AddCAD lets you create new openings and frames simply starting from a drawing of lines, arches and polylines representing the desired shape in frontal view. In this example, we want to make 3 diamond-shaped windows with different overlaying colours. In order to define the insertion point, let's set the lowest point of the frame in the origin of the coordinates. Let's then define for each area of the schema of the elevation a thickness and depth in the wall. The definition of the entities layer is also important. Later in the drawing, each layer can have a different colour and a different material. We indicate an interior point. As you can see, we have just defined the characteristics of the frame. Let's now define the windows. We set their position at the centre of the frame and put the thickness to 0. We don't want to give any thickness to the glass. Finally, we select the internal point of the glass area. We define the other windows by placing them on different layers. Note that if we simply want to make a hole in the frame, we just need to use the empty layer. For example, we want the last glass to be yellow. Now we have finished, so we export this definition to an external library so we can use the object in one of our projects. It's therefore necessary to specify a file name, the block layer, and other options that we see in the dialog box. Finally, we are asked to select 2 polylines, one for the drilling outer contour and one for the inner contour. They might not be the same. In this case, they are the same, so we press Enter to the request of the second polyline. We now open the drawing of our project where we are going to add our new opening. We see that the file has been saved in the user-lib folder. As for the functionality, the program runs as for the insertion of a normal opening of the standard AddCAD library. As the new defined layers are not in the library, we're going to manually select the desired colour. Let's now see the shaded view and finally generate the facades of the walls too. If we simply want to make a hole in the wall, we can do it while remaining in our project by drawing a polyline in the shape of a hole. In this example, the polyline is a hole shaped like a Z. The mHole command asks you to select the polyline and a point. This point represents the reference point when we will insert the hole in the wall. In fact, we see that the shape of the hole is placed above the floor level at a distance equal to the distance between the polyline and the end of the selected line.